what's one meaningful piece of legislation that those people have suggested, Congressman, or that they proposed to deal with these issues? There's been nothing.
Yes. No, there's a reason for that. That's because the speaker has become a king. The speaker, it's like the military. Our guys think they're going through the ranks, and you got to obey the 4-star general. That is not it. You're supposed to obey your people. The reason I was in Congress, they wouldn't let me put a bill in. They won't. The speaker controls all legislation, right? We were paying $40 billion to dead people. I went to Paul Ryan and said, hey, can we maybe save $40 billion we're paying to dead people? No, can't do it. Right. And so, I mean, that's the problem.
Yeah. Well, so Congress, is it safe to assume that you are supporting Donald Trump in this year's presidential election?
Yeah. And I always tell everybody the 3 issues: endless wars, debt, border invasion. I don't care what their name is. Anybody that supports those, for me, it's not about party or whatever. It's solve those 3 problems.
Well, we will.
Can I jump in here?
Please.
Dave Brat, so on the debt issue, so we just had the report this week from both the Social Security trustees and the Medicare trustees.
Yeah.
Terrible prognosis. They're going to go bankrupt. And I'm upset because Donald Trump's not willing to take this on. And so if that's one of your issues is the debt, why is Donald Trump not doing something about it?
And that's one of the reasons that he got elected in 2016, by the way, because he was the first Republican candidate who said, I'm not going to touch entitlement.
Right.
Good politics, but not good budget strategy.
Right. No. Yeah. Well, and that's the answer. And fighting against the Democrats is like fighting against Santa Claus, right? They're never ending gifts to the American people. It's like the expansion. There's a right to everything. I think the United Nations now has over 2,000 rights. We have a right to everything with no corresponding responsibility. We have an opt-out generation in the workforce who says, I just don't even feel like working. And we got smart guys at Harvard who I like are who proposing a negative income tax on top of the welfare state for the people who are opting out of the economy. And the Democrats say, we want a bigger government. And then they're critical of fascism, which is a big government. And so, I mean, don't get me started. But yeah, Social Security and Medicare are all bankrupt. They're going to have to crash, it looks like, before the Democrats will do anything on those.
Or the Republicans.
Because I in 2014, to my credit, and I will toot my horn, ran on those 2 issues. And I got clobbered by my own party and the Democrats. Right. The Democrats accused me of wanting to murder people. I don't want to murder people. I'm a Presbyterian. I'm high order.
Well, listen, no, I agree. First of all, by the way, the most profligate 4 years in the history of the expansion of our debt were under Donald Trump, even more than Biden. So the old saying, that's true. You can look it up, Congressman. But anyway, but anyway, this the old saying, which Kerry's heard me say, all politicians like to spend money. The Democrats just admit it. And if you go back over the last, really since Carter, when has government spending, the deficit, and government employment gone up the most? Under Republican administrations. So I find it a little disingenuous.
Let's just stick with the one because facts are...
Hold on. This is only an issue when the Democrats are in power. Then all of a sudden, Republicans become these spending hawks. But when Trump was around, it was a blank check.
Yeah, you're wrong on that. Trump had a bridge, but in his last year because of COVID, when all the Einsteins up in D.C. decided to shut down the entire economy, might be a good idea there to have a bridge. I probably wouldn't even like that part. Now, without COVID, Biden is running $2 trillion to $2.5 trillion deficits every single year after COVID, where we shelled out checks to every person in every business. So on the facts, you're dead wrong there. The deficits under Biden dwarf Trump, and they're continuous minus COVID. And now we're at World War II debt to GDP levels, right? As a percentage of GDP. That was not the case under Trump. So the stats, you got to go check those out.
We'll just agree to disagree on that one. But I would encourage our viewers look it up. I mean, again,
Okay.
under
I got a
Barack
PhD in
Obama, his first
economics.
term, you had the slowest increase in government spending since Eisenhower.
Yeah. Well, this is where,
deficit went down
I'll
under
have
Obama.
charts.
Yeah.
You come with your charts next time
Okay.
for debt and deficits. And I do this every day.
All right.
And you're flat out wrong, and rhetoric don't make you right.
Reagan started it anyway, but we'll go on. So let's